But speaking, during that game, we actually honored a 20-year anniversary of Kobe Bryant scoring 81 points. It was really cool for me because my son was there rocking Mambacita sweats. And, we did a number of things on the broadcast, but I remember where I was. You probably don't remember where you were, Aliyah, at 5 years old in 2006. I remember where I was when he dropped 81 points. I remember where I was 3 months prior when he had 62 in 3/4 and got subbed out. But I think the thing that stuck out to me when I rewatched the 81-point game by Kobe Bryant was like he had to do it to win. Like this wasn't something where they were they were up or whatever. They were down at halftime. He had 26 points at halftime, and he ended up finishing with 55 and outscored the Toronto Raptors in the second half by himself. And the most Kobe thing ever is that he finally watched the game back, okay? He's live tweeting while he watched the game back a couple years later, after I think he retired. And he says, man, I missed a couple easy shots early on. I should have had 100 points easy. And I'm like, that's the mindset. That's the mama mentality. So the whole time I kept telling my son, like, because my son is going to play basketball in the NBA.
100%.
One of them, if not both of them. Yeah, 40-41 or 2041 draft, 2043 draft. But I love him being around greatness because I think it feels out of reach when you're not near the mindset of greatness. And so for him to be in that game and see LeBron and to one day be able to tell his grandkids that he saw Kawhi and James Harden and LeBron play, even if he is 4 years old, I think is going to be amazing. But another anniversary that we're actually thinking about today is the 6th anniversary of the passing of Kobe Bryant, Gianna Bryant, and 7 others in the helicopter that occurred on the 26th of January, 2020. Obviously, I think on days like this, it's really, really, really sad for the basketball community and for the family because we knew him, we loved him, we understand how much he sacrificed for the game. And I think personally, as a friend of his, I think it's just, I look at it like he had so much more to do. And obviously Gianna had so much more to do. And so I get really sad on days like this because, we miss him, love V and the family and the girls, and just him constantly thinking about them. So today is tough. But I think, the other days we try to keep his legacy alive through us. And that's what we always try to do. I always try to remember, and I don't mean to make this an oration, but we had a Ledlow and Parker podcast. That was actually my first podcast with Turner. And we were thinking about a first guest, Aliyah. And everybody was like, Magic, but who would be perfect would be Kobe. But we couldn't get Kobe. Like, there's no way he would say yes. And they're like, we could send an ask out, but could you please maybe like text him and see? And he was leaving a game in New York. And I called him and he's like, hey, can I call you back? I'm leaving a game with my daughter in New York. And I was like, hey, I don't want to bother you. I just want to throw this out there. We're starting a podcast. Is it possible? He was like, absolutely. I would love to be your first guest. 100%. Let me know what works. I'll call in. We'll make it happen. And he did. And that episode obviously was filled with so many gems, but just his intentionality, his ability to show up for people, his give back to the game. And I think he recognized the women's game before anybody. He put on the orange sweatshirt before anybody. So I think we'd be remiss in not remembering their legacy and what they've brought to the women's game in general, both from a hero standpoint, but as a friend. So Vanessa and the girls, I love you. I'm thinking about you guys always. And Kobe and Gigi, we appreciate all the things that you've done and continue to do for women's basketball.